And welcome back to Sports the NEMO Way, the Detroit Lions episode. Yes, we moved past those purple people eaters and now we're to Detroit. And there's four of us here today. Drew's back, but Wade's not.
Yeah.
Dirty rascal. But hopefully we'll see Wade soon. And 7-on-7 time. Let's get started. Drew, who is your Lions quarterback?
The one and only Matthew Stafford.
He's also mine.
Right.
Stafford. Yeah, I got him.
Okay.
He's
good.
unanimous.
I about to say. Well, Matthew can sling the ball. About one of the only Lions all time that can sling the ball.
Yeah. Well, we're about to do a team that has no slingers of the ball.
That's very true.
Who's that? Chicago?
Of course. But no, yeah, Matthew is. He put up ridiculous numbers on bad teams for them. I mean, he's by far their best quarterback ever.
Yeah.
Some people are, I guess, recently biased with Jared Goff. I don't think he's all that good. If Matthew Stafford on this team, they wouldn't have choked last year in the NFC Championship. But that's just a whole nother rant I could go on about the Lions. But no, Matthew threw for over 5,000 yards at least once in Detroit. He had Megatron for a little while there, but other than that, he didn't really have any real notable receivers to throw to, and he always put his heart on the line, whether they were 3-11, 8-8. They weren't really ever over that, but
they went 10-6 one year, and they went 11-5 one year.
Yeah, he did have, I think, 3 playoff appearances in Detroit, and lost all 3, I believe.
yeah, they didn't win any.
But at least he got them there.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
But no, he's
How far did Jared Goff get him?
NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Jared Goff's just not better, Matthew Stafford.
well, Stafford never had a team like Goff's got now.
Yeah, I would say the Lions.
Well, that's true.
Jared Goff is not the reason why they're winning football games.
The Lions have a very good overall team. They have a good
Oh, they
offensive
do.
line. They have a good running game. They have some weapons.
Good receiver, yeah.
Their defense is not great, but their defense is solid.
Yeah.
They have a good pass rush. So, yeah. But Stafford was unanimous, so we can get it moving.
Yeah.
Uncle Doug, who you got for us?
Well, this was really pretty easy. Calvin Johnson.
Yes.
Megatron.
yes, Calvin's on.
9 years with Detroit. He had 731 receptions, 11,619 yards, and 83 touchdowns. 15.9 yards per catch. There for a while, he just was unbelievable.
I mean, he's 6'5", 240, running to 4.3.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do with that?
I mean,
Nothing. Literally nothing.
he's got 6 Pro Bowls, 4 All-Pros. He just totally amazing. Had he not retired early, no telling what kind of records he's had. Of course, since he did retire early, he's already in the Hall of Fame, and rightfully so.
Fair enough. All right. Well, another back-to-back unanimous there. So, Ray, you can give us another unanimous here?
Maybe. Used to be in Egyptology back in the day. The sun god, Ra. So I went with Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I did as well.
I did
Yeah,
too.
I do too.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
I know. I had it mapped out and then I lost it there for a
Egyptian
minute.
god. I was like, and then I remember, oh yeah, Ra is the son.
Yeah. Ra the sun god. Been there 4 years. He's already got 2 Pro Bowls, 1 All-Pro. 54 out of 62 games. 527 targets for 396 receptions, 51 yards, 11 yards per catch, 30 touchdowns. I think that's it. But yeah, killer freaking stat line for 4 years.
I believe you. Yep. All right. Well, another unanimous. So you did your job. Well, I'm going to try and keep this unanimous more than just going on the next guy down my list. So I am going to go with Barry Sanders.
Okay.
I did as well.
Yep, I put old Barry on there.
I did too.
Look at that, guys. Just unanimous after unanimous after unanimous.
Mine's gonna be a wild card, so we'll see.
Let's see how we do on pick 5.
Yeah.
Well, we got to talk about pick 4 first,
Roger.
which is Barry Sanders, which he's one of the greatest running backs of all time. Some people think he's the greatest running back of all time. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a 10-time Pro Bowler, 6-time All-Pro. He's got an MVP. He's a... Ooh, wow. I had a cramp. Wow. Sorry.
Do you need some pills?
Maybe. Again, another guy that retired early. I think we talked about it last week, how he didn't want to pass Walter Payton's record. But in his 10 years, all in Detroit, he had a little over 15,000 rushing yards and 99 TDs, which is nothing to shake a stick at.
No.
He also had 352 receptions for almost 3,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. A very, very athletic running back.
Yes.
So there's Barry. So, Drew, we're back to you, buddy.
All right, so my next player, I went with good old Golden Tate.
Yes.
I also have Golden Tate.
Sorry, I do not.
Ah. Damn the man.
Oh, man, we were so close to
I
having
know.
5.
That's all right.
We were going to go for the unanimous week. Sorry,
Yeah.
Drew, go ahead.
I remember old Golden Tate. He had a pretty good stint there with the Lions. 3 years of over 1,000 yards. And then the other one was like 800 yards. He was there for 5 years. He almost had 5,000 yards, so almost 1,000 yards a year with them. He had 22 touchdowns during that time frame. He was a Pro Bowler one time with them. I just remember him being a solid receiver for the Lions
He was.
again. But
You know why he left?
no, I remember didn't he go to the Eagles next?
The Eagles traded for him at the deadline, yeah.
So I thought he went to the Eagles next. I remember he started in Seattle and then he went to Detroit.
Yep. All right, Uncle Doug, who you got for us?
I have Herman Moore.
I do as well.
I do too.
I don't.
No.
No.
All right, well, we can compare Herman to Golden.
Okay.
Or why can't you just have them both?
Yeah, well, maybe.
Well, Drew and I did have both.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Golden's stats, and we may. Reception-wise, 695 for Golden, 670 for Herman. There's a little behind there. But receiving yards, 82 for Golden Tate and 91, almost 92 for Herman Moore. 11.9 yards per catch for Golden, 13.7 for Herman, 46 TDs for Golden, 62 for Herman. Moore had 4 Pro Bowls and 3 All-Pros.
Also another big body guy, 6'4", 210.
Yeah.
Some big receivers.
Played 12 years, 11 of those with Detroit, from 91 through 01. So, led the league in receptions a couple years, 123 in 95 and 104 in 97.
Who would have been throwing him the ball?
Not Joe Montana.
I'm trying to think who was quarterback back.
That dude that was working at the grocery store.
Yeah.
It is Scott Mitchell.
Okay.
Yep. Clean up an aisle 3, boys.
Wow, Scott Mitchell, in the year that Herman Moore led the league, had 123 receptions. Scott Mitchell threw for 4,300 yards
Oh, no shit. Oh, wow.
Nice.
and 32 touchdowns.
Well, same Moore had 1,686 yards that year.
And Barry ran for 1,500.
Jeez.
They must have had a good offense that year.
Yeah, well, Moore also had 14 touchdowns that year, so.
They went 10 and 6.
Nice.
All right, well. Ray, how many you guys everybody got left?
I got 2.
I got one.
Yes, I have one left.
I have 2.
Okay.
All right, Ray, who you got, buddy?
I went with Brett Perryman.
Ooh, I did look at Brett Perryman, but I didn't go with him.
I do have Brett Perryman.
Yes.
I thought about him.
All right. So he was in Detroit for 6 years. 640. Oh, okay. He started 91 out of 94 games. 644 targets for 428 receptions. 5,244 yards. 12.3 yards a catch for 25 touchdowns.
All right.
So, yeah,
Not
little
a-
decent stat line for 6 years.
yeah, I'd say so. Well, Uncle Doug, since you got 2 guys left, do you want to go ahead and?
That was one of them, but I can still go.
Oh, I was just.
Yeah, I had Perryman.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I got another one for you.
Sure.
Charlie Sanders.
Okay.
He played from 68 to 77. 10 years, all with Detroit. 336 receptions, 4,817 yards, 14.3 yards per catch, 31 touchdowns. Rushing wasn't his big thing. He had 4 attempts for minus 6 yards. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like about 7 Pro Bowls and 2 or 3 All Pros. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's in the All 70s team. His nickname was Charlie Deep.
Charlie Deep.
So
Interesting.
came out of Minnesota. So,
Minnesota.
3rd rounder.
All right. Well, you or me, Drew?
I'll go.
Okay.
Well, I decided to put a tight end, and I put Sam Laporta.
Laporta.
I also have Sam Laporta,
Oh.
but you ruined my joke, Drew.
Oh, no.
I was gonna say I had Dan Campbell, who also played tight end for the Lions.
Oh, my gosh.
But then I was gonna be like, no, I'm just kidding. I have Sam Laporta. But then you said I have Sam Laporta. I was like, damn it, I've got to say it now.
No, I mean, it's only his 2nd year in the league, but he's really good tight end for him. And I think he's just going to keep having. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. I think just with the Lions franchise in general. I don't know. I just thought putting Orlando Laporta up there. I don't know. That's what
Laporta.
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 All right, and Ray, you got one left.
I got one left. Johnny Morton.
Oh, Johnny Moore. I looked at him as well.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
8 years in good old Detroit. 126 games, 104 started, 866 targets for 469 receptions, 6,499 yards, a whopping 13.9 yards per reception, and 35 TDs. So pretty nice, pretty nice. And his other stints was in Kansas City for 3 and San Fran for 1. Oh, let me write that down.
All right. Well, that's everybody, right? Nobody has any left.
Yep, I'm done.
Drew.
Nope, that's how I'm done.
Yep. All right. So
4 in,
yeah, 10 guys.
6
4.
guys for the other 3 spots.
Yeah, Stafford, Megatron, St. Brown, and I said Dion. Wow, Barry are all in.
Yeah.
And then we've got a couple guys with 3 and a couple guys with 2 and then a few ones.
Well, I'll come off Charlie and go to Golden Tate. You guys convinced me.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So
Another one in.
And I like y'all's Laporta pick, so I'm taking mine off Johnny Morton.
And coming to Laporta, huh?
Yeah.
That makes things interesting. So we got Herman Moore and Laporta with 3 and Perryman with 2. So who has Herman Moore?
I do.
I do.
So Ray does it.
Right.
And then who has Perryman?
I do.
Who has it with him?
I do.
Okay. And then Laporta is me, Ray, and Drew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, it's interesting, guys.
Yeah.
We have a tight end and 2 receivers. Well, should we maybe do a head-to-head comparison on the 2 receivers?
Well, who has Perryman with me? Is it Ray?
Yeah.
And you don't have Herman Moore?
No.
Well, if you'll come off Perryman to Moore, I'll come off Perryman to Laporta, and we're done.
Sweet.
Oh, okay.
Deal.
All right, there we go. Because I really want Herman Moore in.
That is my 7.
Me too. Hype me up.
Yeah.
And according to this podcast, that is not my 7.
Fair enough, Ray. Fair enough. All right. Well, I think that moves us to defense, gentlemen.
Yes, it does. All right, let's see how this goes.
And Drew, who is your number 1 Lions defensive player?
So I went with old Night Train Lane.
I also have Night Train.
I do too.
Make that a quad. Yeah, I can't say trifecta then when we're.
He's one of the most talked about defensive players, I think, just like of his nickname and stuff. And the Lions don't really have that many. We're gonna be honest on defense. So I thought he's a really good defensive back. So I figured he was pretty much of a lock for their defensive team. So
I kind of felt the same way, Drew.
I mean, I don't know. I just felt like when I thought about their defense, I'm like, well, Night Train Lane's gonna be on there for sure. That he was like my first go-to. I'm like, he'll be on it for sure. Like, so.
Okay.
All right. Well, there's a unanimous defense or corner, so I'm okay with that. So, Uncle Doug, who do you have?
Next pick is Dick LeBeau.
I also have Dick LeBeau.
Yep, me too.
Make that a quad. Man,
Hell-
I got to figure out what the 4 in the horse racing is.
Hell of a coach too.
Yes. 14-year career, all with Detroit. 62 interceptions. 3 for touchdowns. 9 fumble recoveries, one of those for a touchdown. 3 Pro Bowls, a couple second-team All-Pros. Played free safety, played cornerback, played strong safety, played right and left corner. So pretty versatile, played all over the place. Like you say, great coach.
Yeah, no, that was another solid pick for the Lions. So
All right. Well, I think we're around to you now, Ray.
Okay. I went with a pick. His name sounds like he could be a henchman in some kind of movie. His name is Benny Blades.
I got him too, just because like half the reason I picked him was because of his name. I was like, you cannot pass up on this guy.
I like Benny, but I didn't pick him.
no,
Sorry.
I don't have Benny either.
Oh, man.
His name's Benny Blades, and he plays
Yeah.
safety. Come on.
You're going down to the river? You can't go down there. Benny Blades is going to fuck you up. All right, so he was in Detroit for 9 years. He's got 1 Pro Bowl. He started 125 out of 126 games in Detroit. 12 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown. Forced fumbles at 9. Fumble recoveries at 11. And 218 solo tackles with 4 sacks.
By the way, his real name is Horatio Benedict Blades.
Yeah, see, he just amped it up to main villain status right
Yep,
there.
Yep.
Yeah, when they walk in the lair, he says his full name once, but you can call me Benny Blade.
By the way, you know the Lions are a bad defensive franchise because Benny Blades is second all time in the franchise history in tackles, and he played safety.
Yeah.
Ew.
That's not good.
No, just looking at some of their DBs, I'm like, oh gosh. Just yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that gets you to me, and I have old Jack Christensen.
Yes.
Yep,
Yes.
I have
Yep.
him as well.
I do too.
Look at us, just unanimousing it up. We're talking about an oldie here, but old John Leroy Christensen, better known as Jack. He's 6'1", 205, by the way. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's got 5 Pro Bowls, 6 All-Pros. He has 3 NFL championships. Oh, yeah.
You know it's old in the line. They're talking about championships.
He has more All-Pros than Pro Bowls. Look at that.
Yeah.
He also has 46 career interceptions.
Nice.
3 of them returned for touchdown. He has 7 fumble recoveries. He doesn't have tackles, obviously, or sacks. He played before both those stats, unfortunately. But he was a free safety. Well, he played both safety spots, actually. Sorry. But he had a year of 12 interceptions and a year of 10, and 2 years of 8. So,
Nice.
yeah, he only played 8 years in the league and had 46 interceptions. So,
That's pretty good.
so yeah. And he was unanimous, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're back around to you, Drew.
Well, my next pick, it's gonna be another recency pick. I went with old Brian Branch.
I also have Brian Branch.
Yep, sorry.
Again, this is his second year in the league. He's already got 7 career interceptions. And 1.5 years, really only 1 year, really full starting. I like him as one of their safeties. I think he's not the dirty one. Dak can tell you all about him if you want.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that.
Brian Branch is just good. I don't know. He's very versatile safety as well. He'll come down and guard people. He'll come down and hit you. He's able to play in coverage. I don't know. I think I'm just trying to youngen up this line secondary a little bit, so I brought old Brian Branch on to help out. So yeah.
All righty then. Well, Uncle Doug, you got us a player.
I do. Another cornerback,
Mm-hmm.
Lim Barney.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lim.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, that's another 4.
Works. 11 years, all in Detroit. Yeah. 2 All-Pros, 7 Pro Bowls. 1967, he was the Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's in the Hall of Fame. Has 56 interceptions, 7 returned for touchdowns, including a 71-yarder. He has 25 forced fumbles and 17 fumble recoveries. He knocked the ball out pretty good.
Yeah.
So 6 foot, 188, wasn't a huge guy, but mostly played left corner, a little bit played 1 year right, but pretty much cornerback the whole time.
All right. How many guys have everybody got left?
I got 2.
I have 2.
I only have 1.
I think
Okay.
I've got 2.
Yeah, I have 2.
No, actually, I've got 3.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I've got the 4 unanimous one, then I got 3 others.
Okay.
All right, well, why don't you go ahead and go again?
Yeah. Well, my next guy is Darius Slay.
Yep.
Oh, shit. I don't have Darius Slay, and that's a mistake.
Wow.
Oh yeah. I
just
did.
completely forgot about him.
I didn't. Yeah.
didn't
No.
look at him.
I did forget about him. I was trying to think of recent guys. I didn't remember to go back.
Yeah, big play Slay.
Damn.
Wow, that's a mistake.
Yeah, one of my old dudes is going with the Darius Slay.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Crap.
So he's got 7 years in Detroit before he went to Philly. He's got 19 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown, couple fumble recoveries, looks like about 6 Pro Bowls and an All-Pro. A couple of the last Pro Bowls came with Philly, but the All-Pro was with the Lions.
He's
With a
also
great cover corner.
he's also one of those guys that doesn't have a lot of interceptions because guys don't throw at him.
Right. I wouldn't throw it.
No, especially not. No.
No, you don't want to throw that direction.
And he has really good hands.
Yeah.
Like if he gets his hands on the ball, a lot of times he does pick it.
So
Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe I did that. When you said his name, I was like, "Oh my goodness!"
Yeah, I was like, he's way better than these old guys that I got over here.
Yes, yes. All right, Ray. I think we're to you, buddy.
All right. With my final pick of the shit defensive draft, I went with Dre Bly.
I also have Dre Bly.
I liked Dre Bly too. I didn't put him on my list either.
I didn't either.
I just screwed up. I just missed a portion of time there. Dre Bly was a shutdown corner for a while.
Yeah.
And he won the championship with the Rams.
Yeah, he was with the Rams when they
Okay.
won.
He's also a 2-time Pro Bowler. He was 4 years in Detroit, which was probably a godsend for him. Games 55, started 54, 19 interceptions, two for touchdown, 12 forced fumbles, 5 fumble recoveries, 1 for a touchdown, 1 sack, and 176 solo tackles. So not too shabby in 4 years.
Yeah, he returned 5 picks for touchdowns in his career.
Yeah, he was quick.
Yeah. All right, Drew, what do you got?
I got my boy Jim David,
I don't have him either.
I don't know. that one.
defensive back from 1952 to 1959. 6 consecutive Pro Bowls. His nickname was the Hatchet for the big hits.
Oh, nice.
He has 36 career interceptions, and he helped the Lions with 3 championships.
So we could have blades and a hatchet on this.
Yes.
And you could have branches.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But we can't have the knives cut down the branches.
But yeah, you want me to go ahead and say my next old guy while I'm on?
Sure.
Then my last guy is old Yale Larry.
That's my last guy as well.
guy.
Yale Larry.
Yeah.
Yale Larry.
From 52 to 64 with a break in there, and 54 and 55 for military service.
Okay.
He made the Pro Bowl in 53, and then he made 7 straight Pro Bowls after that.
Yeah.
Just none of the old Lions defensive back. So
Yeah, 9 Pro Bowls, 3 All-Pros, 3 NFL championships.
yeah,
And
What is it with the teams that won a bunch of NFL championships that they suck ass in the NFL?
yeah.
And the Browns, the Lions, like,
Right.
the Bears.
the Bears. Yeah.
The old Yale had 50 interceptions too.
Yeah,
The only one that really doesn't line up like that is the Packers.
Right.
yeah. The Packers were able to.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Yep. All my guys are up there now.
you're out too, right, Ray?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and get started. I'll move David to Darius Slay.
David to Slay. Okay. The hatchet to a sleigh. Okay.
Hmm. Well, I'm sorry, Ray, but I'm gonna come off Blades and go to Slay, and Slay will be in.
Okay. Whatever you want to do. All right. Now I got to think about what I got to do here. Well, let's see here. I guess I'll take my Blades pick off, and I'll get down there to Larry.
Larry,
Larry.
I need to check out on aisle 8 for the Concord grapes.
We got
Larry.
6 in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
So we got to decide between Bly and Branch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll come off Branch and go to Bly. Okay.
It's a great fight, Alex. Really helping me out here.
Oh, come on. You like Dre too, Drew.
I guess. I do. I guess I do like Dre. Go ahead, put Dre in.
All right.
No, that's my 7.
That's fine. We can compromise on that. Offense is more on my side of the ball anyway. Until next week.
So no blades, no hatchet.
Damn, we got rid of all our weapons
We
and
got-
no
we got-
branches. We did all
We
that
got
stuff.
Slay though.
We got a slay,
We don't have anything to slay with though.
and we got a Christian sin.
I mean, we got the night train. I mean,
Yeah,
That's
we do have
right.
Night
we
Train,
got a night train, a
and
slay,
we've got Larry.
a Christian. We got a Barney Rubble, and we got a Larry
It's a very diverse team.
with a Lebo. So we got a nice mix here. Okay.
Looks like about 5 corners and 2 safeties. So I think it's a clever guy.
Yeah, I would say so. All right, well, I think that wraps up our 7-on-7 talk here, and we'll move us into our MVP discussion, which will be none other than the great and the wonderful Barry Sanders. But I can't remember the year.
97.
97. Thank you, sir.
What was Barry's nickname? Did he have one?
Oh, I don't know. I think it was always just Barry. I don't remember him having like this all-time great nickname.
Well, I guess he didn't really need one.
No, we just I don't even see a nickname listed on here.
Okay.
And when I typed in 1997 MVP, it says Brett Favre won the NFL MVP Most Valuable Player Award in 97 while playing for the Green Bay Packers.
Did they split it?
I don't know.
Yeah, looking at it on Football Reference, it lists that they both got 18 votes, 37.5%.
Let me go to Brett Favre. Yeah, this year it says Brett Favre won too, so they shared it.
Huh.
Oh, like on Pro Football Reference, it shows Favre as the winner.
It does list him first, yeah.
Listed first, and it has Barry as at 2. It doesn't say 1 and 1. It says
Right.
2, and all of Favre stuff is in bold. Barry's isn't.
What year is it Peyton Manning ties?
But yet, if you look at 97, on the listing, it lists both. It lists Sanders and Favre both.
Which
in
one of
97.
Peyton's MVPs did he share with?
With McNair.
Which year was that?
It should have been shortly after this, right?
03, they do the same thing. Peyton's listed first, and all his stuff's highlighted.
And
But it says they share the vote, but Peyton's just listed first, so it does the same thing for that. So yeah, I guess they shared it this year.
All right, well, it's interesting, so it makes it more interesting for us to talk about.
yeah.
So not only can you decide whether Barry should have been an MVP, but you can decide whether he should have shared the MVP.
True.
So, Brett Favre for the Green Bay Packers threw for 3,800 yards and 35 touchdowns with 16 picks. He also ran for 187 yards and a touchdown. And then you have old Barry Sanders, who ran for 2,053 yards and 11 touchdowns. And he also had 305 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
Then you had none other than old TD, Terrell Davis from the Denver Broncos, who rushed for 1,700 yards and 15 touchdowns and had 287 receiving yards. Then you had Steve Young of the 49ers, who threw for just over 3,000 yards, 19 touchdowns, and 6 picks, and then ran the ball for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jerome Bettis of the Pittsburgh Steelers had 1,600 yards and 7 touchdowns and 110 receiving yards for 2 touchdowns. Really? Dana Stubblefield, the defensive tackle, came in 6th.
Hmm.
He had 15 sacks, I guess. And Carnell Lake came in 7th.
Okay.
It's an interesting year.
It is
6
indeed.
sacks and 3 interceptions, got 7th. Interesting.
What was Favre's record on the Packers?
The Packers went 13-3.
Okay.
Now, Barry was Offensive Player of the Year, and Brett finished 3rd behind Sanders and Davis.
Packers end up losing that Super Bowl.
Was that the Patriots Super Bowl?
Broncos.
Oh yeah, Broncos. Yeah, you're right. They
Yeah,
beat the Patriots,
Davis.
Yeah.
didn't they? The Detroit was 9-7.
Hmm.
The Broncos were 12-4. Well, I'm gonna say this: like 2,000 yards season for a running back is stupid impressive. 3,800 yards is not for a
Right.
quarterback.
No,
Yeah.
especially at this time, we're starting to pick it up. Like it's not like we were in early '80s, late '70s anymore. Like we talked a couple weeks ago, the year one of the years with Dan Faust. What was that? The Browns episode when we talked about Brian Sipe
I think you're right.
throwing for so much back
4,000
then. I mean,
yards.
we're almost to the 2000s. This isn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nice season. And
Yeah, it's not a bad season. You would take it out of your quarterback.
Right.
yeah,
And
but
he's around 60% completion, which is,
it's Brett.
I mean, back then it was probably pretty good. Now it's not so much.
But no, yeah, I
But
think
the 16 interceptions are definitely Brett.
Yeah, that's.
yeah,
He was
I don't
definitely
like
a
that.
gunslinger.
well, he leads the league for a reason. Like a career.
But yeah, I'm definitely on Barry's corner for that.
No, yeah, 2000s just way more. I mean,
I wonder why they split it. Because it's not really that close.
no, yeah, I don't know.
Just in case we were wondering, Barry had 3 fumbles this season.
Well, okay. How many did Favre have?
It's a good question. I guess we'll have to find out.
Dun dun dun.
Brett had 1997.
Along with his 16 interceptions.
Shoot, where's it at?
Where the hell is it? It's not where it was for Barry.
Shoot, I'm having.
Now we're just having dead air because we can't find fumbles.
Yeah.
He had 7.
7 fumbles. Wow.
Yeah, and he only recovered 1. So I mean, 6 are up in the air.
How many times did he
He's
get
also the all-time leader in fumbles.
Oh, okay.
So
How many times did he get sacked?
He got sacked. I just saw it. Let me find it again.
This is 97,
Yeah.
yeah,
25.
25 sacks. Okay.
you know what? I'm going ahead and doing it. I think Barry Sanders is not only the MVP, but he should have been a solo MVP.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't know what they were thinking. Because that's super. That's like a. I don't even want to say it's a mid because it's not really mid.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with Barry getting it.
And by the way, I just want to point out, Terrell Davis did have a tremendous year.
Oh, he did.
No, yeah. Just one of the all-time running back performances was the exact same year.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I don't even know why Steve Young's on here, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and some of those defensive guys at the end.
Yeah, and see, the very next year, Terrell Davis is the MVP and has his 2,000-yard season.
Yeah. We had some crazy running back seasons right in here all together. Because then you get like the Priest Holmes, Sean Alexander, LaDainian Tomlinson back-to-back-to-back years where they all break the touchdown record. Like they just keep breaking each other's records.
Yeah.
Like what? Yeah. So like you get some really crazy years in here for running backs.
So I'm guessing Favre. I guess this might be a stupid question, but I guess Favre had the most passing yards that year.
It's a good question. I don't know that we know the answer to that. 1997 passing.
Because I feel
yards,
that's
but-
really. I feel like that's really low. There has to be somebody higher than that and just shit away.
Jeff George.
interception. Yeah.
Jeff George threw for 3,900.
Okay.
No one threw for over. Yeah, no one threw in the 4,000s.
Mm. Okay.
Let's look at some of this. I have an NFL passing pulled up for this year, so let's look at it. Jeff George led the league in yards with 3,900, so not really much more than Brett Favre. Brett Favre did lead the NFL in touchdowns, though, with 35.
Okay.
Jeff George had 29. He came in second. And INTs, though, Kerry Collins through 21, Cordell Stewart through 17, and then Brett Favre and Warren Moon both through 16.
Yeah, fuck you, Slash.
Your old Slash.
Tell us how you really feel.
I don't want to get too crazy. I'll wait for the Steelers episode.
Completion percentage. Steve Young led the league in completion percentage. Brett Favre was 7th.
Hmm.
So,
But yeah, Barry for sure. Just for sure,
Cordell Stewart did lead the league in game-winning drives this year.
Yeah, I bet he did. How many times did he run out of bounds and come back?
Too many.
Son of a bitch.
I like it.
Weeks later, the truth comes out on how Ray feels about old Slash.
They were just so stupid.
I don't blame you. I have my moments with people too.
Yeah. Hail Mary, anyone?
That's not even that one. That's not even like.
Double doink.
No. Dad, what did I tell you?
Yeah.
Sunday night, I said the Chiefs are gonna make this field goal. I said it don't matter. They're not the Bears. They won't get it blocked or anything. Then it doinks in. I said,
Hey, he doinked it in.
He tried to miss it. He really did.
I just walked downstairs. I'm like, you just can't make this stuff up.
Yeah.
I mean, if you flip all those games, like the Bears and Chiefs, the Bears are like 9-4, and the Chiefs are 4-9.
Yeah.
If you flip the ending to both our games, we're losing and it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Well, I think that wraps up our MVP discussion, guys. I think
Yeah.
we're all pretty much unanimously saying Barry should have had it by himself.
Yeah.
We appreciate you tuning in for this Detroit Lions episode, and we would appreciate you tuning in next week for the Bears.
The Bears.
Bears.
Drew will be very excited to have a defense without any linebackers on it.
Yeah. And then
I know one will be on it for sure.
And then I can give him shit for about 10 minutes about that Super Bowl win.
Yeah, I mean the
Colts.
the only linebacker that has a chance to be put on played in that Super Bowl.
Or a locker.
Yeah.
But
We got some good corners and safeties.
yeah, we got Urlacher and Peanut Tillman. Then I'm running out of names.
Whoa. We got to relax. Bears are a good team. We're a great team.
Yeah, we're gonna have Sid
Maybe.
Luckman play quarterback.
No. Be so for real right now, Dad.
The only
He's just not playing. My boy Jay Cutler High is better than Sid Luckman.
Caleb Williams.
He's better than Sid Luckman.
Sid Luckman's in a hall, man.
Because he played in the 40. Whatever quarterback was quarterbacking, that Bears team was going to the hall.
I think Cordell Stewart played there for a year.
Yeah. And
Probably everyone's played a year in Chicago.
Randy Orton, or not Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
Kyle Orton.
Yeah. Rex Grossman.
Rex Grossman.
they're going to RKO somebody.
Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Jim McMahon. He's
Jim
better than
McMahon.
Sid Luckman.
Yeah, at least he had a dance.
He's a spunky QB.
Oh man. Anyway, we appreciate
Yeah.
you tuning in to these episodes that are great. We would appreciate if you would participate with us. Email in at
Sports the NEMO Way at gmail.com.
or just comment, rate, review, subscribe. We appreciate it all.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to Sports the NEMO Way.